Stall. Oh, man. Sorry about that. All right, I'm here. Okay. And lastly, I do this, and we are good to go. So, hello to one and all. Happy Black Friday. I hope you guys get some good shopping in this traditional holiday. Well, is this really a holiday? But anyway, when the retailers go from the red ink to the black, they started calling it Black Holiday. Although some people think the roots of the holiday have a much more sinister past, um, it's become a good excuse to go shopping. All right, so oh, I need slides, don't I? Okay, let me get my slides going here. I was adding to these slides all the way up to the very last moment. Okay. And then from yesterday, so happy belated Thanksgiving, you guys. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. We had fun on Royal Sussex. Thank you all that showed up yesterday. Um, it was a very intimate crowd, but I had a good time, and I hope you guys did too. Oh, you know what? I can move this screen just a mite closer. There we go. I don't know why I keep pushing my computer screen further away. Okay, that's too close. Hello, Lydia Washington, Church Nellie, Annie Bennett, Fancy, Legs, Kids Indoor, Connie Bomber, Terry H, Ray Raquel. Ray Raquel, thank you for the wonderful gift. Um, I refuse. I received something else. And anyway, I sent everyone personal thank yous for the gifts. I hope there's a way that you do that with the gifts, and I hope that worked. Um, you like scan something with your phone, and then it gives you the option to say thank you. So, thank you for all of the wonderful gifts that I have received on my wish list. Um, I have to tell you guys, I'm a little embarrassed by it, but it is fun to get stuff, to get surprises and everything. So thank you all so much for that. It is greatly appreciated, and it definitely lifts the spirits. So thank you again for everyone who's participated in the Royal Sussex wish list. And thanks to you guys. I just got some Javalia coffee, which is amazing. I am up to my earlobes with coffee, and I have a you know what? Let's try this, right? Well, no, you know what? I shouldn't do that right now. But someone sent a microphone headset, and I'm still working on how to set it up. Um, but yeah, so pretty soon that should help a lot. Um, because it's like if you do this long enough, if you can't hear your own voice, then you tend to talk louder or something like that. So anyway, thank you again for that. Uh, Audrey Teschner, thank you, Audrey Teschner. Evening Royal Sussex, Mod Squad, and all squaddies around the world. Hope and pray. I'm sorry, all around. Yeah, it is world, not work, right? World. Hope and pray all is well with everyone. Much love, respect, happiness, and joy to all. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Audrey Teschner. And thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you so much for being here today. And I hope that if you do celebrate Thanksgiving, or if you're just celebrating in your heart with us Americans, I hope you had a great day yesterday. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. So, with the Black Friday, Wednesday before Thanksgiving is one of the busiest days for travel if not the busiest of the year. It is like insane. Um, so if you are on the road, if you've been on the road for this weekend, please be safe. Get back home safely. Get to your loved ones as safe as possible. It is it can be very treacherous. All right, so I am going to get started here. All right, let me get over here on this screen. Giving thanks. So, this is the big question. Is that Meghan or is it not? I mean, that is definitely a Meghan ponytail, but nobody knows if that's the Duchess of Sussex. So, this was actually on or is on their um um oh, what do you call it? Oh, Archwell page. It is on the Archwell page, but the mystery is that or is that Meghan? Let me take another look at that. So it says giving thanks. Earlier this week, the Archwell Foundation team helped prepare a Thanksgiving lunch for over 300 downtown women's centers, DWC residents in Los Angeles. DWC, or yeah, DWC, the Downtown Women's Center, provides a wide array of resources and decrease barriers and end homelessness for all women, including female veterans and their families, women with severe physical and psychological mental health concerns, and survivors of domestic violence. So that is what this represents. Big question. Is that or is that? Let me see. Terry H says it looks like Meghan. And Gloria C says it's Meghan. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Now I'm gonna go over here and zoom in. Um, this is obviously a person who has freckled skin. I believe this person's skin has freckles. And I can't see the earring clearly, so I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. I want to lean toward that is possibly Meghan. Yeah, I want to lean toward that is possibly Meghan. I mean, it just I think it is. I think it is, but kind of hard to tell. Very hard to tell. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. It's Megan's hands and the side of her face is then. Oh well, is it? Is it? It looks like Megan. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Compton Cali Girl says if that's Megan, she was in a very rough area of Los Angeles. Okay. All right. But being an LA girl, she wouldn't be discouraged by that, of course. So, yeah, I'm going to say that that is probably Megan. I don't think she would be discouraged about going any place in particular. Um, that's her hometown, and those are her peeps. And yeah, so okay, so I think we are all in agreement that that is likely Megan in the photo. So it's interesting though because usually anything that is possibly a Megan image, it trends all over the media. So okay, I'm gonna go with you guys. I'm gonna say yes, that is Megan. All right, very good. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it. Here's another view. From a distance, you can see, like the DWC Web and 25 other Brentwood Beach Bum, if you want a full hard volunteer, lead and ask others to come with you, The crisis of the unhoused has reached epic proportions, and we have to get serious. Happy Thanksgiving to all. So there you are. There's another couple of images that someone shared on the Twitter sphere. So that is definitely not Harry, but I tell you what, though, I am impressed. He has some amazing guns. Whoever this guy is, maybe he's a bodyguard. But whoever he is, he's got some amazing guns. I did say guns, right? Not bums. Guns. He has some amazing guns. Okay. Hello, official Lauren Brown. Welcome, welcome. Duchess of Success is here. Okay, and who else is here? Gift Love. All right. Joan Garcia, did I say hi earlier? Joseph Burnell, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so we are in agreement then, you guys. That is Meghan. Um, I've never seen Meghan wear faded jeans like that before. She usually goes with the darker jean. And okay, okay, so let's just assume that's her. All right, very good, you guys. And cheers! Here we go. Cheer we go. That must be an English thing. Cheer we go. Cheer we go. Cheerio. Cheer we go. Bon vivant. Um, Wheat Bix and crackers. Um, Marmite sandwiches. Bon vivant. Cheerio. Here we go. Oh man. So as you guys know, it is the USA versus England. So that is where everybody's attention will be today. Okay. And as you all know, Harry has been an American at heart for quite some time. So I can just say it is only destiny. It is truly faith that has made this moment possible. So there were like little cookies dropped here and there. Like, for instance, Princess Diana, after the divorce, Diana found so much comfort in the arms of Americans. The people of the United States embraced Princess Diana from the courtship all the way until the end. And unfortunately, she never got a chance to make her home here. But I think it's more than just a rumor that she would, if it wasn't for the fact of Harry and that other person, surely she would have moved to the United States because here she could have made a life for herself. She could have definitely have earned a good living um, with the lecture circuit and such. So there's so many possibilities that we'll never have a chance to see. But I think that seed for the United States was planted by Princess Diana, and Harry is like living that dream for her and showing other royals that if you want to leave that life, it's not like leaving the mafia. There is a template for happiness in the future. And Harry is living his best life here in the United States. He's living in that posh, elegant, stately, palatial, opulent, picturesque Sussex manor in Montecito, where, of course, there are no leaks in Montecito. So the quality of life has, I guess, exploded with joy and happiness for him in comparison to what life could have been in Narnia. So, cheers to that. So, as a newly minted American, obviously Harry has come down on the right side of today's events. And while there is joy and admiration and respect for his homeland, this is home also. This is his new home. So, cheers to Harry for coming down on the right side of history and choosing the USA. God bless America. What am I drinking, right? Javalia coffee, thanks to the squatties. I'm drinking like the finest coffee. All right, Joan Garcia, you call it. That's light skin Harry. Light skin Harry. Light skin Harry is an American. So, and good on you, Joan Garcia, for remembering his nickname, Light Skin Harry. Oh man, I'm in a good mood today. So, as we were saying, Light Skin Harry. Wait a minute, do I have that one? Let me see. Do I have that? Nope, that's not it. Do I have Light Skin Harry available? Okay, that's that one. That's that one. No, I don't see Light Skin Harry. Okay. What is this one? Harry's Home. Okay, yeah, that's not Light Skin Harry. All right. I wonder if I have it labeled Light Skin Harry. No, I don't. Okay. All right. All righty then. Okay. Very good. Let's move on then, shall we? Although I wish I could find Light Skin Harry. Huh. Light Skin Harry, are you there? Harry arrives. Okay. All right, so let's move on, you guys. No Light Skin Harry today. And thank you, Joan Garcia, for the reminder. Oh, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here today. And as always, thank you for being a member and for watching Royal Sussex. Rohini! Hey, Rohini. Let me see. Well, England didn't want him and America did. Ain't that right? Ain't that the truth? Okay. Very well. Okay, so obviously, Archie will forever have a foot in both countries as he was born over there, but he is living his best life over here. And over here, we don't compare him to wicked things. Harry is one of us, as they said during the Italian game. Meghan, one of us. So Harry is one of us. It's easy. All right, let's get to the meat of it then. All right, Stormzy, who honestly I never heard of before today, but so Stormzy has actually defended our Duchess in the past, and it is assumed that the new lyrics of his song, he's actually rapping about our Duchess. I believe that that's likely the case, that he is probably rapping about our Duchess. And to show you exactly what I mean about his defense of our Duchess, I'll let you hear it for yourself. Be prepared to adjust your sound. But here goes. I hope this works. Okay, here we go.
Like it goes off. So speaking of tea and biscuits, give us our quotable for the mainstream media. Your thoughts on Megxit? I mean, Meghan Markle and Harry.
Why they ran that black girl out of there like that?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm so mad you don't say that, because this morning I had no idea. You see this whole royal family thing? I had no idea that it was so deep, like flippant, bruv. You see but long story short, bruv, and trust me, I promise you. You see what I'm about to say now? Fucking hell, like that, bruv. The British media are gonna take it, bruv. it's what I had like a kind of big like
You called it racist.
yeah,
over
I said Britain's like racist, and the same way America's racist, and like, do you know what I mean? Most
not a risky thing to say.
Not a risky thing,
but Brits are in denial.
Brits
about
are
their
super
role.
in denial, and then the whole Meghan thing, bruv. Like I look at I'm not super into the royal family. I think Meghan, she's a sweet girl. She's a sweet woman. Like she's a lovely woman. She does her thing. Like I ain't heard her say nothing crazy. Do you know what I mean? And they just hate her. They just hate her. They just hate her.
And she got a black mom with dreads. They brought a black choir over there to that.
And they will tell you it's
imperialism.
They will say
shit. And
they will say like
the way they got a black pastor.
It's
black.
Mad. So if you hear them talk about like, oh, she's just who's my man? Someone on Talk Radio the other day, he was like, she's just one of those people that I just look at her and I think. And I said, bro, she's black. That's what you talking about. You just look at her and you just look at her and I think she's just got that arrogance. And I was like, nah, she's just black, man.
They don't like
so they have other work that they'll try to come up with all these things.
All these things as to why, bro, I swear to you, if you told someone, write a list as to why you hate Meghan Markle, the list is rubbish. It's she's this, it's nothing. There's nothing credible to it. They just, but there's an obsession with the royal family back home. Like people love it. Of course, it's Britain.
There's an obsession here.
Exactly. But
we think it's hilarious.
I
shit on the Queen all the time.
Yeah, boy.
Racist, imperialism, colonialism. I go hand.
Yeah. It's deep.
I'm glad you're here so I can say it on camera.
It's deep. It's deep. No, it runs deep. Commonwealth and like as you said, colonial. Like it's deep. Like it's very deep. Even down to we get like you see OBs. Do you know about OBs and MBs and all of these things? So it's like it's a very like old school, like not even old school, but it's like you get knighted. So you can be like Sir. You know when you hear someone Sir,
yes, they've been knighted.
Yeah, they've been knighted. But
Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John, exactly. Yeah. There we go. But there's levels to it. So you get like OBs and MBs. Like Skepta rejected one, like because they tried to make. But it's like a member of the British Empire or officer of the British Empire.
Yeah, he's Nigerian.
Do you know what I mean? And it's that British Empire. That's a very like. Even that Brits won't even talk like. The British Empire is the darkest shit ever. The Commonwealth, that's the darkest shit ever. British Empire, Commonwealth. That's literally England going to countries and destroying communities, like putting there, and like Britain has kind of like, oh, that was back in the day. Like, that's nothing to do with us. Like, you're all here now. So yeah, it's a very big.
Oh, we do that here. That's the same thing we do here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that was his, I think, very vigorous defense of the Duchess of Sussex. And as he mentioned, the Order of the British Empire, they have stopped using the term Empire Day, and now they call it Commonwealth Day. But they have yet to stop using the term Order of the British Empire, which is the name of one of those, honors that they give out. So I was like, wow, he went really deep. And that was from, when did he do that interview? That was 2 years ago. He did that interview 2 years ago, and it got like 1.3 million views on, I don't know what radio show that is, but yeah. So he did that. Oh, that's what I was looking for right there. Yes, and so he did that 2 years ago, and so I think it just makes sense that if he has a new song and he mentions Meghan, that obviously he's talking about the Duchess of Sussex. In the song, he says, "Please, could you lower your tone? Please, could you get off my phone? Oh, please. And please leave Meghan alone." I said, please leave Meghan alone. It cuts deep when you that your house has never was never your home. I'm sorry. And you want to speak, but it's best that you don't. So please leave Meghan alone. So I just thought that was super cool. And I don't like my computer this close, so I'm going to move it back. That's not helpful. Um, but yeah, I love him. I think he's fantastic. So I'm going to take a look at a couple of your comments here. Let me take a look there. Oh, there we go. And of course, at the time when he did that radio show, the backlash against Meghan and Stormy's shows that Britain is in denial about racism. And there was a backlash at the time. I did not hear about that, but again, this was back in 2020. And with everything going on with the pandemic, I guess it would have been easy to miss something like that, especially. And this was them asking him about Meghan in reference to the Sussexes leaving royal duty. Um, and they were asking him his opinion about that. So I'm looking at some of the comments that's in the photo of them right there. And in the comments, it says, yes, because a black man totally deserves abuse because he pointed out the UK as has an issue with racism that doesn't totally prove his point. Or should I say, yeah, that's what the person said there. And then on the other one, it says, thank you for supporting Twitter. I am appalled by the argument presented to me by this man. Oh, so these are the people. I'm like, you can barely see it. At no point did I call him racist. I said that his viewpoint is informed by his white privilege position and he didn't like it. Okay. And that was, yeah, those are kind of blurry as you can see. So I'm struggling with those. Is there racism in football? Is there racism in our society? Do we need to call it out and stand with these who do? Definitely 100%. Okay. And then over here, oh, that's a Dr. Shola on the bottom left side there. That's a Dr. Shola quote from 2019, I think it says. It says, all I know is we cannot have a serious nuanced conversation about racism in this country until people accept it exists. You won't deal with the problem if you can't or won't identify the problem. And that was a Dr. Shola quote. So, yeah, the one on the bottom left there, that is a Dr. Shola tweet. So, yes, that was what he said. And as they say, he said what he said. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and look at some of your quotes. Baron, you are such a baby. You are spoiled rotten. Well, thank you. I'm sure that let me see. This goes back for a while. So, was that about the? I don't know what that was about. Was it by coffee? Baron, Stormzy is a black no nonsense Brit rapper. He says what he thinks, and he don't give a shit. He raps about everything racist. He is well respected amongst the fans. You want to check him out. Okay, Betty, I'll do that. So far, I like what I hear. Stormzy is woke, and I am so am I. Rather, being woke is a good thing, as opposed to sleeping through life. I would say yes. Let me see. I hate channels started. Ridiculous rumor. Thank you, Elaine. Oh, that was for someone else. All right. And Lydia says, I have dropped the link to view, and I like the video to help support the young man. Anyone with Meghan is okay with me. Oh, is the link here? Because I didn't see it. I'm going to scroll back and see if I see it. But yeah, if you put it up again, I'll definitely share it. All right. So let me scroll back in the other direction before I lose my place. All right. Oh, got it. Let me see. You know what, Lydia? That one is so far back. You wait. No, don't worry. I can find it. I got it. I will find it. I will find it. Okay. Oh, got it. Got it. I'm surprised it was that easy for me. Got it. All right. So there it is at the top of the chat. Oh, that's his music video. Yes. I saw that thing with a door and a note in front of it, and I wasn't sure what it was. Thank you so much, Lydia. That is very helpful. Okay. All right. There you go. Perfect. Let me see. Deep meaning. Think when you think Stormzy is a great lyricist. Thank you so much, Lauren Brown. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. You got that right, Annie Bullard. It's not meant for these ancient eyes of mine that have seen everything from the Berlin Wall falling to the man going on the moon. So I call it baby boomer friendly print. Like for instance, that's perfect. This is perfect. Baby boomer friendly print. There's a false rumor regarding the state of the Sussex marriage. We don't. And thank you, Lydia. And as you notice, I haven't brought it up at all. And just to show you how ridiculous that is, none of the tabloids are touching it, right? None of them are touching it, although that may change in time. But yeah, the need to keep something going. And if you guys don't want to get called out as a troll, you're in the wrong place for that conversation. Trust me when I say this, you're in the wrong place for that conversation. And someone tried that last week with the I'm so tired of hearing about. If you're so tired of hearing about it, why are you bringing it to us? This is the wrong forum for that. The wrong forum. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, somebody needs to DM me about something. Oh, you know what? I need to check that. I have a yeah. I need to now that you mention it, I need to check that email. I have a different email account. I got like so many email accounts for different things, and I just realized I haven't checked that one for a while. Okay, so all right, so I'm at the very last one. And I think we're good with, let's see, Mama Jane says UK is a racist country, period. Yeah, the levels of racism between the US and the UK, it is so oddly, in some places, people are more in your face than others. And in some places, and this is in the US and the UK, you can go to different regions of the country and people may be more bold or be more outspoken about their racism. And then there's other areas where people are more subversive and it's like this hidden agenda type of racism, but it is persistent. And then, as Prince Harry said, there is always the unconscious bias where we may be biased against someone and just not know why we're biased against a person or institutions or whatever, but it's just the way it is. So um it's going to be a long process to change that unconscious bias because I think in so many ways the unconscious bias can be very devastating, like being in a hospital and having a medical care provider that looks at your skin tone and assume that you're not in pain, you're only here for drugs, you know, or the unusual rate of mortality for black children or black infants, the unusual mortality rate that is so different from um, the rest of society, where black women have suffered a higher infant mortality rate than anyone else. And it just seems to be like, well, there's obviously something going on. Even the healthiest of women are the most viable, infants somehow are being lost. And it may be because of a bias, an unconscious bias, racism. It could be so many things. It can be all of those things. So we have to call it out when we see it, even if it makes people uncomfortable. Because if you don't, and by the way, educate you too. I was listening to Ann earlier, and you were really onto something. I don't know if she's on here right now, but educate you too was saying how, as black people, we seem to want to fit in to the greater society, and we want all this acceptance, and by doing so we tend to ignore, or again, there's that unconscious bias. I mean, we can be unconsciously biased about people or institutions in our own community because we want acceptance to the wider world so much that we tend to shop outside of our communities rather than shopping within our community. Or we assume that if we need legal representation, that if we have a black attorney, that they won't be able to win the case, or they won't be taken serious enough to win the case. And there's so many ways that we can be unconsciously biased about our own community. So yeah, that was educate you too. I don't know if you're on here, but oh, you were absolutely brilliant. I was listening. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Like winning an Oscar, the win all be all. You have to have the Oscar to be considered a serious actor. There's so many things, as Educate You Two spoke about, our baseball teams, our movie industry. There was a thriving black movie industry, but we were fighting so much for acceptance into white movies. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. They made us to help. We were so accepted. They put us in aprons and gave us a chauffeur's. That's acceptance. Or sometimes black people would make movies and not even get credit for the parts they played, or the parts were easily edited out for the southern audience and such. So wow, that was a very powerful thing. I was very, very moved by that. So official Lauren Brown says that the UK would deny having R word or white supremacy when they are the ones who brought slavery to the US colonies is ironic. Yeah, and not only that, in a lot of societies, the laws that were shaped by colonization are are the laws or the basic tenets of the law that exist today. Like, for instance, one of the most homophobic places you can go is Jamaica. Obviously, there's gays in Jamaica, but the buggery laws are those that were inserted into the society by the British. And unfortunately, so many former colonies are still using the crown law, even though they've been independent countries for a long time, which is, you know, it is bad because in the UK they don't even follow that law anymore against buggery and such. but it is persistent in Africa, in the Caribbean, and a few other places where people are super homophobic to the point where it some people don't even vacation in those places or won't invest in those places. So the shadow of colonization is has cast a quite long um, cloud over the greater society in so many countries that are, supposedly independent of Britain. So thank you very much for the super chat, Lauren Brown, and for being a member and watching Royal Sussex. By the way, I watched your podcast today. I did. It was very good. Thank you so much for your hard work and for defending our faves. But yes, I did watch that today as I was prepping. And Joan Garcia says, Baron, incredible. This man was US president. I got an alert saying Trump seen yelling slurs at black man at Mar-a-Lago last night. What? I am going to have to investigate that one. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it, but surely I have to see that. That is interesting. Um wow. That's all I can say is wow. And I hope they have a good quality tape um of it because you know, he's been he's been able to get away with this for quite some time, and so far he hasn't had to face any direct backlash. It's always been rumors, and it's always been that very subtle type of racism that he's been accused of. But if they could really, like, and not that it's going to hurt him because that's part of his brand, but I would definitely love to see that. So, yeah, thank you for the heads up, and I will definitely look for that. Okay, so what am I doing here? This is what I want, and this is what I need. Okay, so, um, okay, so bear with me 1 second, you guys. And let me make sure I got the right thing going here. Yes. All right, you guys. So I just put a link on the wait, I need to pin that. But this is today's official Lauren Brown video. So I'm going to pin that to the chat. There you go. So unfortunately, I didn't put Lauren Brown on there. I just put the link. But if you want to see today's official Lauren Brown, that is it on the I pegged it to the chat. Okay, thank you. That's what I was working on just now. All right, and thank you so much, Joan Garcia, for the information. I will definitely look into it. And thank you for your constant support of Royal Sussex and the very lovely Thanksgiving video you sent me. And thank you for your super chat. And yes, thank you. And thank you, and thank you. Okay. So let me see. Ray Raquel says, Baron, I think it's bullying tactics to get Meghan and Harry to come out and about, similar to what they did with the pick of Lilibeth. Their bullies, period, is not going to work. Yeah, I mean, they got a full schedule for this fall, and they're not going to. As a matter of fact, what is today, the 25th? Our Duchess will be in Indianapolis in a few days. So they have a full schedule. They ain't got time to play with these kids. They ain't got time to play with these kids. So they are going to do things according to their schedule. They're not going to be rushed or coerced into anything. So let me see. Jamaica is working its way through these issues still. Yes, I am aware of the law, but it was hammered into people as well because of theological teachings which demonize the LGBT community. Yeah, I agree with that, Lauren. I agree with that. It is just a very bitter remnant of colonization. And this is something that is, you know, any place that there's been colonization, whether it was the British, the Spanish, the Portuguese, German, Belgium, wherever you go, some of the more draconian laws that are still on the books today, and some of the, I guess, the socialization, the values that people have, so much of that comes from colonization. And it's unfortunate because whereas most of the Western industrialized world has moved on, some of these countries, unfortunately, are actually being held back because of these um, colonial era laws and um, I guess customs that were not even um, what do you call it? It wasn't even ingrained into them as their culture before the colonizers showed up. There's words that they used that did not exist. They didn't even have an equivalent for certain words. But once the colonizers came, then all of a sudden, whatever was great about those societies were replaced by the European standards, and that's quite unfortunate. And that even includes language. So many times the languages have been lost because they were replaced by the colonizer standards. So thank you again, Lauren Brown, and congratulations. I think you just you got, was it 1,000 subscribers? Or is it 2,000? 1,000? Congratulations for that. And thank you again for being here. Okay. I'm going to do like a big scroll all the way down to the, it must be something in the coffee, I think. Oh, man. Let me see. Vinny Blair, I saw that too. I saw that. And thumbnails, it's amazing how they have thumbnails that will tell you that someone has died. Sad news about so and so, so and so, so and so. And the reason I'm saying so and so is because they will show a picture of a celebrity that you know is alive, but they will also show someone carrying a casket, and it's usually that same gold casket that they use for Aretha Franklin. They have used that same casket in multiple um, thumbnails announcing that someone who is alive is dead. So yeah, those thumbnails, I get a big kick out of them. I think they're funny. I think they're also very offensive and detrimental, but I laugh at them because if people actually believe those thumbnails and click on those thumbnails, I feel bad for those people because they are either very ignorant or very ill informed that they would think that those thumbnails are actually accurate. And I have had so many occasions where I have to tell people that's not true. That's not true. I said, don't you think that if that was true, that it would have been um, trending all over the media? If you have, if you have multiple news sources feeding into your smart device, before you say yes, that is so. Like how many times do you guys tell me something? I say, wait, let me check that. Let me check that. I got too many things coming into my device that I should say, "Oh yeah, that happened." No, you want to verify it, and it's not hard to do. So don't get excited. Don't blow your pyloric valve because of some bad news or something. Verify it first before you fear the worst, because that fear and anxiety, you don't need that. Cleanse yourself of that, get the proper information, and then crap your pants. But don't just run with the first thing that you see. All right, Vinny Blair, thank you so much for that. And thank you for giving me a chance to talk about that because I've been meaning to say something about that. But yeah, those thumbnails, they are very suggestive. And quite often they are very, very wrong. Okay, and let's go here. Racist Royal Reporter says the quiet part out loud. Obviously, we are talking about Mrs. Magoo. Yes, that is Angela Levin. She says the quiet part out loud, which, there's no backlash for her. There's no way that she is going to take a hit for this. She seems to be quite immunized against anything that could like get you canceled because she does it so much and so often. It seems like it's right out of the Donald Trump, right out of the Boris Johnson playbook, where you just use a barrage of rumors, gossip, misinformation, and of course, conspiracies. And as long as you pile those things up, no one can touch you because the more ridiculous your assertions are, the more likely that you can get away with it. It just seems to be the way it is. And because she sits there and says these bizarre things, and in the background, you're thinking to yourself, do I hear the Twilight Zone? Because she does that so often, it doesn't seem to hurt her. So in the article, the Pujaba, it says, despite the fact that Harry and Meghan are no longer active members of the British royal family, the lion's share of the royal press pack can't seem to stop whipping themselves up in a frenzy over them. Well, mostly Meghan. Let's be honest, Piers Morgan can't keep her name out of his mouth. She's being blamed for everything mildly offensive about the Windsors. Claims are being made that her Spotify Archetypes is doing poorly in listener numbers, something that the platform is on. Something the platform is on strongly disputes. So again, I just mentioned that yesterday. They are saying that there are some $400 million profit above what they estimated from their Spotify, not directly because of the Duchess of Sussex, but it was directly because the Duchess of Sussex. They have more premium subscribers. Again, I'm just going to say it because of the Duchess of Sussex. Meghan was trending number one around the world. And because of that, they have gotten so many new premium subscribers. They have millions of podcasts. And even if Meghan is the third, fourth, or fifth most popular, even if she's the 20th most popular, to be within that 100, to have knocked Joe Rogan off his throne. Now, if Meghan wanted to stay in the number one spot, you know what she could do? I'm going to tell you what Meghan can do to stay in the number one spot. I just mentioned the reason why this person seems to be everywhere today. All you got to do is keep a bunch of BS going, and you can stay the number one troll all the time. But that's not Meghan's pursuit. Meghan is trying to uplift and inform and educate and share women of power, women of substance. That is what she's doing. She's uplifting. She's being a feminist. She is taking on those archetypes that have held women back. And to do that, you're not necessarily going to have the best week every week. You're not going to be on top every week. But at the very least, you are being true to yourself. You are doing a public service. And for someone out there who really needs to hear those messages, it's there. It's not for popular consumption, is to help, is to uplift, to inform. And you're not going to be number one doing that. You're not going to always trend because of that. Having the most obscure person that most people have never heard of, that have quietly and silently moved mountains, that is more important than having some popular pop star because they have a new record out, or because they themselves have said something controversial and you want to do like Pierce Morgan and ride their coattail or clout chase them. Meghan is not there to clout chase. Meghan is at the top of the pyramid in terms of influence, so she don't need to clout chase anyone. She just needs to do her work. She needs to do what's in her heart. And by following what's inside of her and following her goals to inform and uplift, everything's going to come to her. She's not going to have to go and look for anybody. Opportunity, growth, prosperity will find her. That is how you do it, is to be true to yourself. You don't have to go and try to be someone else. That never works. You become yesterday's news, and this is why a Pierce Morgan was given Larry King's show, and then he lost it because Larry King wasn't a "I got you" type of person. Larry King just quietly and discreetly brought people on and let them talk about themselves. What could be easier? No, you got to be Pierce Morgan and be provocative and try to catch people out. And the next thing you know, you don't have a show anymore. You can't get people on there. Sometimes doing the easiest thing, doing the polite thing is the best thing to do. But going after people, yeah, that will win you a day, but it's not a career. So the article goes on to say, and then there's Angela Levin, a longtime royal reporter who is preparing to release her biography of the new queen consort, Camilla. She's long been one of the most virulently anti-Meghan figures in the British media, which is saying something since Meghan bashing has become a highly profitable sport in the press. On this side of the ocean, Levin stands out among a crowded field for her willingness to engage with Meghan hate accounts on Twitter, which I just mentioned that yesterday. She definitely is in the thick with them, including those that promote the conspiracies that she faked her pregnancies. She's so vicious in her hate-filled or hate-driven targeting of Meghan that even the one right-wing media figures, other right-wing media figures have had to call her out, as TV talk show Vanessa Feltz did in September. Oh, Vanessa Feltz, that's her name. Now, here's someone who can't even for 1 second take what she dishes out. And so let me see if I still have that. I think I still have that. Let me see here. Oh man. And there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, that was too easy. All right, there we go.
Harsh, one woman to another. I mean, you've just used the phrase, she is not fit to be part of the royal family, and yet we saw her there. Do you think you've been very harsh, one woman to another? I mean, you've just used the phrase, she is not fit to be part of the royal family, and yet we saw her there, you know, consoling her husband with her hand in the small of his back, holding his hand, being gracious and charming and looking decorous and delightful. I mean, why would you describe her as unfit? for royalty?
Well, she's not fit because she doesn't want to behave as if she's the wife of the sixth in line to the throne. She likes to lead. She likes it to be all about her. She wants to be out there in front. I don't mean she's not fit because she's not clever enough or beautiful enough or anything like that, but she just hated it. She hated being told what to do. She hated the protocols. So that's why I don't think she's right for it at all.
I'm going to bring Emily back in, because Emily's body language is certainly signalling that she may disagree with you.
That's fine.
Well, I just thought in those pictures on Saturday, Meghan looked incredibly nervous, and I think she was really, really trying to do her best at what was a very, very difficult opportunity. I obviously completely... she has said some very negative things about the royal family. It was a real culture clash, her coming into the British royal family. She didn't really understand what it was about. I know Angela thinks she didn't make enough of an effort. I think it was a very, very difficult situation. I think there is blame. I think it's much more nuanced, Angela, than perhaps you give it credit for. I think there was blame on both sides, and obviously it all blew up into Megxit. But I think that on Saturday, Meghan absolutely was trying her hardest and to be what she ought to be, a dutiful wife and a respectful member of the royal family. You know, Angela, she is a member of the royal family. You can't say that she's not fit to be. She is a member of the royal family in a personal capacity. The Queen said several times that she loved Harry and Meghan. Charles has said they love Harry and Meghan. And I don't think it's for any of us to deem whether she's fit or not.
I'll just bring in Rupert, because I think he concurs.
Well, I absolutely... I know it's been very difficult for all the royal family to deal with the fallout from this, and Emily's absolutely right. The nuances and what she has said in some of those interviews is hurtful. But actually, that moment when she's out there, you actually realise there could have been and should be a force for good for the royal family, because it did, when she was greeting people, there may have, she was nervous because she knows there's...
Everything, if she puts her foot wrong, she's going to be crucified.
Let me ask Angela a question. Angela, do you feel any guilt? Do you feel that you have been responsible for fueling a kind of anti-Meghan faction that has been spiteful and targeting and possibly fanciful as well? Quite a lot of what's been said about her has been pretty much manufactured anyway.
Well, it's up to you what you think of me.
I'm asking if you think that of yourself. I'm not saying what I think of you.
Well, of course not, because I think the talking to Oprah Winfrey was a disgrace. There are at least 17 lies there. I think she's attacked the royals completely unnecessarily. I think she's changed Harry to be a sort of walking victim.
But hang on, but that means that you consider him a sap, someone so malleable, and of course he's you know, served very bravely in Mortal Kombat. He's not the kind of guy that can be pushed around, is he?
I don't have to justify myself to you. I'm not in court. I make it. This is my view. This is what I've said. People ask me questions and I answer them honestly to what I've said. I follow them very closely. I spent 15 months with Prince Harry. The Prince Harry I knew was absolutely charming, instinctive like his mother, full of fun. And now he looks, when he's out, you know, incredibly unhappy and very, very tense and resentful.
I wonder if you're just rehashing that kind of biblical story that we've all heard so many times before of the evil temptress and the trusting and vulnerable man who is gullible and malleable in her hands. And I wonder whether, you know, it's based on any kind of real knowledge about her personality and what she truly feels and thinks. Because after all, how can you know? How can any of us really know?
Well, that's your view. My view is if I'm asked a question, I answer it in the way I think, and that's it.
Yeah, but it's a question about what you base your thought on, whether you've just imagined it, whether you're projecting, whether you really know, whether you actually have experience, whether they're facts, whether it's conjecture. You know, you say what you think, but what are the thoughts based on is the question, isn't it?
I'd rather you didn't attack me. If you want to attack me, you shouldn't invite me on. Because
I don't think I'm attacking you. I'm just asking you.
No, you're not just asking me. You've got an agenda there to attack me. And so I think
I certainly haven't. I've got no agenda at all. No agenda at all, but I certainly am aware that people feel that. For example, we were talking at the beginning of the programme about comments made about Meghan, weren't we? And it was being said that she had said that she wouldn't go on the wolf battle, that she would only go if she was followed by Netflix cameras, this kind of thing. And that was false. It was completely false. Angela tweeted about that. And it's been suggested that you were one of the people tweeting that, and apparently there's no factual evidence for that at all. I mean, if you're going to tell me that there is, that's fine.
I don't have to tell you anything, and I don't really think I want to be invited on to this programme and then to be treated in this manner. So,
well, I hope you haven't felt that I've treated you discourteously. I was only wondering whether you might have felt that Meghan might deserve, I don't know, more compassion and maybe a more, maybe a more sort of forgiving reception, possibly. That's all I was asking you. Anyway, I'm very grateful for you coming on the programme, and thank you very much indeed. That is Angela Levin, and she is the biographer of Prince Harry and also of the Queen Consort.
All right, so as Angela Levin said that she spent a time with Harry, but Omid pointed out, I'll share what Kensington Palace officials told me at the time. Through Newsweek, Levin was given access to official engagements and a chat with Harry for a 2017 cover. Then, without permission, she turned that material into a book. Harry was crushed and his team was furious. By the way, Marcel Kendrick, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, Squatties. Baron, I love you so much because of the love you show others, YouTube creators such as Official Lauren Brown, whom I love and respect. I love this family of Squatties, Lydia Washington, Connie Baumer, and et cetera, et cetera. Thank you so much, Marcel Kendrick, and thank you for being a member. And also thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Black Friday to you, or happy Friday. Let's see. I kind of stopped it there because I didn't want to let that go past. Let me see here. So I'm going to just stroll through here. Legs says, first, Silky Chicken is acting like the children are made of lava. Then Angela Latrine was like, hold my purse. These reporters have no ethics. So, yeah. So as a matter of fact, Angela Levin, with her conspiracies and such, has really stood out. And as I said, she seems to be untouchable because of the frequency of the material that she makes available. She's good for the ratings. So, that is one of the reasons why you can't seem to ever see enough of her, is because they seem to have this need to bring forth the crazy. It's like release the Kraken, and all of a sudden Angela Levin appears, or release Mrs. Magoo and enters Angela Levin. So yeah, it's been a busy week for BS with the Royals, and due in part to Angela's comment, and then of course the Silky Chicken. Thank you so much, Legs, and thank you for the super chat and watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Oh, is that another? No, I thought that was another super chat. Oh, I see. Alma Andrews, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm going to have to miss these because, Hen Pow, don't want to miss that. I am now on Spotify, a Spotify subscriber, because of the beautiful and successful Duchess of Sussex. Hen Pal, I'm the same way. If I support someone, I will definitely, subscribe. So I don't even watch Netflix most of the time, but I continue to keep my Netflix. And you just reminded me I need to get my Spotify subscription because, matter of fact, I'm going to do that today. I am going to subscribe to Spotify. I haven't become a premium subscriber. I think I get it free. I don't think I'm paying for it. So I'm going to double check that. Thank you so much because I'm going to make sure I subscribe today. If I'm not paying for it, I'm going to make sure that I do. And you know what? I'm going to wait till Tuesday and do it during the well, I'll do it on Tuesday, the day that Megan's next thing comes out, or I'll go on Megan's thing today and make sure I do it so that it looks like it's coming directly from her podcast, which essentially it is. So that's what I'll do. Thank you so much, Hen Power. You have been so helpful. Thank you so much for the super chat. So I'll go there, listen, and then try to find the option to do a paid subscription. Brilliant! Thank you so much for that. And Lorna Castellano says, grateful for you, Baron and Squatties, listening when I can. Work is getting in the way. Lorna, work comes first, though. Okay, people, and work, but yeah, work comes first. So anyway, very grateful for you being here. Thank you so much for being a subscriber as well as having a membership. And thank you for bringing us into your workday and for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you so much. Okay, so scroll. Oh my goodness, I missed a whole lot of stuff. I'm sorry, I got to breeze through here. But I still got a bit of stuff to cover. All right, so let's get back over here where it started. Oh, sorry, trigger alert. Look, wait. Look how white Megan's skin color looks. That was the last bizarre thing that she said. And this is what they meant about her saying the quiet parts out loud. No need to explain. I, of course, tan like a lot of Black people. I tan. Most Black people, I tan. And for that reason, I look like a reverse panda. My torso is, kind of doesn't look like it belongs to me, but yet my arms and my face, looks a different tone. And it's just been that way for a long time. And so in the winter months, when I get little or no sun, then of course, a certain amount of paleness sets in, and it can be jarring to people that don't know you. And when I had a summer job, when I worked outside a lot, one of my coworkers came by and I stuck my face out the window and she kind of jumped back. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "What?" I said, "It's wintertime." I said, "My tan is gone." But she was always used to seeing me in the summer because most of us were out in the summer and working and everything. And so, yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. And so it's not as warm in California right now as people may think it is. California gets kind of chilly. And you're not going to just sit out in the sun like that on those chillier days. So, but Angela knows better. She's just, being who she is. Okay, so Dr. Shola shared this video. I don't have the video, but I did a series of slides. And as you can see, anyone watching this knows this child feels safe and loved in Diana's warm embrace. This is how a queen should be. What a loss to humanity. The kid saw Diana and he ran over there and she just scooped him into her arms. And then after the one slide where he steadies himself on the side of the car, I don't have that one, but he pushed his hand on the car because he was just dizzy with excitement to have embraced Princess Diana. It was a beautiful moment, and I will see if I can share that another time. It will mean just as much the next time, but it was quite a beautiful moment, and it's that magic that Diana is so famous for, that thing that is so elusive to most people in that family. But it was just an epic moment, something I'm sure that child and his family will never ever forget, and that they probably talk about all the time anytime Princess Diana's name comes up. And so Dr. Scholler posted that because of Queen Camilla. As you can see, Camilla, with a servant in tow, brought those Paddington bears to this whatever center. And they said the bears were washed and every. These were the ones that were left behind when the queen died, right? And so there's this bizarre moment. I don't have the video, but there's this bizarre moment where she reaches out and she started pinching at the sleeve of this child's shirt or jacket or whatever. And it was just strange. And then she's like pinching and lifting the child's hand up. And then she scoops the child closer to her. It's hard to watch it. It is very hard to watch this. It's so disgusting. And I'm going to remind you guys about something. Camilla, Charles, William, and so far they haven't admitted it, but possibly, oh God, I hate to say her name, Kate, all of them have either had or have likely been exposed to the pandemic, to be putting their faces up in these kids' face with no mask on, with all the people in the public that they encounter. This has been something that has been bothering me for 2-3 years now. How long has the pandemic been going on? This 2022. This has been bothering me even before the vaccines. They were always up in these kids' face. There's even one where Sarah Ferguson, and she can be, fast and loose with where she puts herself, what situation she's in. I mean, she stuck her foot in somebody's mouth. She was at an event and she had her mask in her hand. I should have posted that picture. She has the mask in her hand while she's interacting with other people's children. Stop using these kids as props. Stop it. And we don't know if the parents gave them any consent or any implied consent. I think that they should start having these, unless they're on a walkabout, they should have the parents sign a document saying that it's okay for you to use my kids. The Queen was in a bubble of security and protocol, and she got the pandemic. And who was the last person she was with? Charles. Charles. Oh, excuse me. Woo! I hate when that happens. Those doggone Charles Miller. You see what I mean? Oh, even talking about it, I get misty and choked up. But stop using these kids. Baron, my new name for coho is what is that? Emaciated gargoyle. An emaciated gargoyle. It has me livid with the way that she treats our Black babies. Shame that the parents allow it. It is a shame. It should be outlawed, as far as I'm concerned, to go to these schools and without any written consent, to have your kids used as props. So that emaciated gargoyle who has had the pandemic twice is in these kids' face. And that poor kid is terrified. I don't care what anybody say. The child is terrified. Terrified. Look at what I want you to see what she's seeing. I want you to see what she's seeing. Now this, but even closer. In 3 dimension. That's got to be terrifying. And I'm not just showing shade to, I'm serious. She looks like what she looks like, and that's got to be terrifying. Thank you, Black Queen, and thank you so much for the super chat and your membership, and for, of course, being a moderator and for watching Royal Sussex. But that has got to be absolutely terrifying for these kids, that you have this bony, scrawny face up in yours. And again, she's had the pandemic twice. Charles has had it twice. The Queen had it once and then just didn't do well after that. And other members of that family, including William and possibly Kate. I don't want anybody touching my kids like that, especially not in this environment. I wonder if the Queen was thinking monkeypox. I'm serious. I wonder if Camilla was thinking monkeypox. You know how all of the advertisements or all of the news stories features Black people? I wonder if that's what it was. I mean, I can't say for certain, but I wonder if she was thinking monkeypox. I'm just saying. I wonder if that's what her thoughts were. But whatever she was thinking or not thinking, it just looks incredibly awkward the way she's tugging on this kid's jacket or top or whatever. What's wrong with you? That is so bizarre. That is so bizarre. If I was a parent and I saw someone tugging at my child like that, I'm telling you, I would unpack my adjectives. Hi, Claire Kane. Thank you so much for being here. The parents need to stop allowing their children to be used for Palace PR. This is a disgrace. The only good thing about it is that it exposes Camilla. Yeah, you're right. It does expose her, and it is trending, and it is going to be a thing. And oh my goodness, I just thought of something. Oh no, just in time for the Cambridge's visit. Oh no. Oh well. Oh well. But yeah, they need to stop doing that, because I'm sorry, I don't know who does and who does not have the cooties. But I know that Camilla has been exposed to the pandemic twice. And I would not want my child up in that gnarly, bony, used tea bag of a mug for nothing in this world. It just, oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And oh my God. I mean, I'm honestly getting angry about this. I'm honestly getting angry. You guys know I don't usually lose my cool like that, but this is making me angry. This is making me very, very angry, just the thought of it. So, but let me give you guys a little reference as to what I'm speaking of when it comes to Camilla in some child's face. So, oh man, let me see, Baron. Is it they said part is, or is it the sad part is that some schools do have documents for parents to sign requesting to publish pictures of children during school events, but isn't aware that their kids could be used. Oh, so it may be something that they've signed in advance, not knowing the day would come when. Okay, I got you. Thank you, Mad World. That makes a lot of sense. So that may be something that has already happened in enrollment, and well, that makes a lot of sense. It may have already happened. So, and even if it didn't, I doubt if anybody would get in trouble anyway. But that is a great point. Thank you for sharing that. Fran Cody's, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for being here and for allowing me to be a part of your weekend. Very grateful. Let me see. Okay, there is a lot of comments backed up here. I'm so sorry if I'm missing so many of them. Royal racist Queen Consort Camilla in fresh racism storm. Daily Sweden says Queen Consort of the United Kingdom and wife of King Charles III, Camilla Parker Bowles, has sparked a fresh racism storm after she was filmed picking up a black child's by her sleeve while donating padding bears at Barnardo's nursery in East London on Thursday afternoon. Picking up a black child's sleeve. Picking. It should have been picking at, but picking up a black child's sleeve. Oh God. And so all of this put me in mind of so many faux pas by the royals. Like, remember that time when they were on the Caribbean tour and Kate Middleton ate that conch fish or whatever it was, and then all of a sudden she started seeing things. Do you guys remember that? She started seeing things, like everything that she saw started looking like Archie and Lily. Like right there, she's looking at the boy. Are you Archie? Are you Archie? Or this little girl right here, Lily Diana? Now, I'm not saying that she was under any influence because she ate that mysterious fish they gave her, but she did get kind of weird after that. And look at Bruh Man in the background. Look at the heavyset guy in the suit behind her looking like, this broad is crazy. This broad is crazy. Do you see her? This broad is crazy. What a crazy broad. Why is she calling her Lily Diana? That's not Lily. Why is she calling her Lily Diana? Whatever they gave Kate, she instantly started hallucinating. Everybody was Archie and Lily. Or how about this instance right here? The famous reaching through the fence. That backfired epically. Or how about if you notice the contrast between the way she literally falls into the crowd of mostly white people, but she's so standoffish with people of color. Serendipity? I don't think so. And you know what? I don't even know what serendipity means. So, but I don't think so. How about this one? Did she just spit in somebody's eye? Huh? Look at the photo on the left. Did she get so close that she spit in somebody's eye, or did a hair extension get caught in their eye? Or what about, I'm about to get real messy, y'all. And of course, our favorite on the right side, I call him Deuces. Like, yeah, whatever, girl. Deuces. Yeah. That's what's up, Your Highness. Deuces. I love him. You know what? I got to find out if this kid has a college fund because I definitely would like to contribute. I mean, one minute, I mean, and it's not just him. It's not just him. Take a look at the kid standing next to him. He's just like, can I go? Can I leave now? And there's Camilla with her. I'm not sorry, not Camilla. That was a slip. There's Kate with her big face all up in his face, and that child cannot be bothered. He like deuces, deuces, be gone, deuces. I'm telling y'all, when that child threw up them deuces, I almost fell out of my chair. Oh, and what about this one? What about this one? Remember that? Where she's like rubbing the little black child's head, and the child is like, "Mommy, she's touching me. She's touching me. Her little bony hand is touching me." Or how about this one? Look at these kids. The one kid, the girl looks like she's leaning away, and the little boy is just like, if I don't look directly into her face, nothing will happen. And there she is clapping along like she's sitting on the porch under a magnolia tree. There she is like some Southern belle sitting on the porch of her magnolia tree watching them dance. And of course, there's this one. Kate Middleton says Prince William worries about her being around babies. Is it being around babies or is it particular kids? I don't know. But this girl, another one who cannot be bothered. And finally, Kate started picking up on the body language like, yeah, they really don't need me here. But again, using the kids as props. Or how about this kid? She's so frustrated. She's like, that little girl like, if this heifer touch me one more time, I mean, her eyes just say, if this heifer touch me one more time. Yeah, Church Nelly, if you look directly into her face, you'll turn into a pillar of salt. And then, of course, there's this one where they said, where's Meghan? And oh my God, this is what the one where she's like, bye. You remember she's like mumbling to the kids, and the kids couldn't wait for her to leave. And when she said, blah, 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 and then she said, bye bye. And they were like, bye. Oh, it was so dry. It was just like, this didn't work out for anybody. I'm telling you guys, that particular event did not go well for anybody. Not for Kate, not for the kids, no one. They were so glad to see the back of her. They didn't know what to do. They were like, bye. So they embarrassed themselves, but they just won't stop doing this. They do this to themselves. They create these situations where they want to use other people's children as props for whatever propaganda that they're selling, and then the kids are just like not cooperating with them in any way except for sitting there looking like, oh, I can't wait until this is over. And then, they quickly make their exit. It's not good for anybody. But like I said, they keep doing it and it backfires every single time. It always backfires, and they haven't seemed to learn their lesson yet. So, continuing with that theme, let me see. Okay. Let me see. That's not it. That's when Louis tried to stick his fist in her throat. Okay. I was looking for the one where the kids were like, bye. And the children all looked disappointed because they thought was Meghan who would arrive. Oh yes, 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 yes. That's exactly it. They were hoping that it was Meghan, and yeah, and Kate was just so low energy on that occasion. Oh, she was so low energy, which is pretty much par for the course. And then, of course, there's a collage of occasions where the kids, like the little boy in the Gap shirt, he's like, "What the F is that?" That little boy is like, "What's that? What's that, mommy? What is that?" And then, of course, the girl with the barrettes in her hair, she's just like, "Get my agent on the phone. Can somebody get my agent on the phone? Where's my agent?" She just looks like a child star that has had enough of this. Get my agent on the phone. Can somebody find, where's my agent? Get my agent on the phone. Woo! Can somebody get my agent? Where's my agent? Get my agent on the phone. And don't ever put me in a position like this again. Understand? Where's my agent? Shelly L says it's like going to a concert to see Snoop Dogg and you get sexual chocolate from Coming to America. Oh my God, I love that. I remember sexual chocolate. Oh my God, that's rich. I love it. And thank you so much for the super chat, Shelly L. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, and let's go here. Now you could see, look at the Cambridges. Look at the Cambridges. What must those kids think about the level of enthusiasm or the lack thereof that is coming from the Cambridges right now? See that? This is who they were dancing for. All of that jumping and kicking and twirling for this reaction. Bye. All of the jumping and twirling and kicking, and this is the reaction they get. And then, of course, this poor girl. I don't know. Well, you can see for yourself. Again, the reaction. Somebody needs to put this on a loop and play this for them before they go out so that they can see for themselves that their gestures of greetings are not welcome and certainly not reciprocal. See, it's not restricted to just Black kids, it's all kids. What do you want, girl? What do you want? Can we go play now? Look at this. That is the future queen. And that is their reaction. You can't make this up. It's never any excitement. And see, people just dismiss it and say, well, you know, they're just kids. No, they're not just kids. They know what rubs them the wrong way. And then finally, once again, Kate catches on. Look at how she lets slip the mask. The veil has slipped, and beneath the veil is this face. This is what lies beneath the veil. That's the real Kate right there. All the other stuff was just, you know, see? And then as soon as she thinks nobody's looking, back to that. And then, of course, there is the tour of the Caribbean and the old lady, the young girl, nothing. And then, of course, the queen of the crown princess of Denmark is like, what's wrong with her? I mean, she's literally puzzled with the hyena laugh. You see that? Let me pull this down so you guys can see it. Face of Danish queen looking at hyena laughter. Ouch. Well, actually, that's the crown princess, but the sentiment is the same. What is going on with this girl? What is she on? And then, of course, there's Sophie Wessex. The Countess of Wessex gets a very warm welcome as children search her pockets for reparation checks. Woo! As children search her pockets for reparation checks. They're like, yeah. Where's our reparations? We know you got some reparation checks in there somewhere. Try the other pocket. Check her bra. There's got to be a reparation check in there somewhere. Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure the world knows you ain't like that. Reach out and touch somebody black and make the world know you're not like that. Take a little time out your busy day to pick up a black child along the way. We can change things, you'll see. It happens unnaturally. Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure the world knows you ain't like that. Yes, as Diana Ross said, reach out and touch somebody's hand. And Sophie says, reach out and touch somebody black and make sure the world get a picture of that. Yes, reach out and touch somebody black and make sure the press gets a picture of that. But that's the real Sophie right there. The real Sophie, smoldering and incandescent with rage and hostile toward black people that are in the royal family, only for her to go out in public and pick up babies and swing them around and dance with them, even though obviously the child is trying to pull away from her because he recognizes phony, or she recognizes phony when she see it. But that doesn't stop Sophie. She just pulled the child in tighter and put her big face all up in hers. And anyway, that's the real Sophie Wessex. And then, of course, there's Prince William, who once slept rough with a black man. He slept rough with a black man. He did that. He slept rough out there on the streets with a black man. And so to thank him, my friend Prince William is no racist. No. Prince William reminds us that he once slept with a black man, and that should prove he's not a racist. Seyi Obukin has known Prince William for more than 10 years and once slept rough with him. He speaks about their enduring friendship. Whatever. But yes, he did once sleep rough with a black man. Martin Luther Cambridge once slept rough with a black man. And so it's incumbent of him to share that old Negro spiritual. That old Martin Luther Cambridge, he don't like cotton. He don't like cotton. He hates wait. He hates injustice. That old Martin Luther Worthen. He don't like injustice. That's Martin Luther Cambridge. He don't like injustice. So, Martin Luther Cambridge, Martin Luther Wells's, he hates injustice. He don't like cotton. And he once slept rough on the streets with a black man. That's our Martin Luther Cambridge. And of course, when he leans in and asks someone, "Can you drive a lorry?" Of course, that was during the pandemic when there was a shortage of lorry drivers. He even volunteered to go out and try to recruit the children to drive a lorry. But it's just something puzzling about those royals putting their face up in other people's face. It's amazing how consistently the kids try to divert their eyes so that they don't have to look directly into evil. And who can forget this moment when he held him tight? He held him tight close to his chest, just like he would any black man that he slept rough with in the streets. He held him close and tight and near and dear to his heart, just like he holds Mike Tyndall. And I think this is one that is quite poignant. Kids know evil when they see it. Check it out. Look at how jovial the moment is when gosh, what was she? Little Miss Arkansas, was she? Anyway, this child pageant contestant, she had a chance to meet Obama, and there she is, all smiles. And when she met with the presidential candidate, Donald Trump, she nearly made a puddle on the floor. She nearly created, I mean, there was so much fear and anguish over that moment. This little girl nearly created a Lake Mead inside of that room. She was so startled by having this monster in her face. And so that is it for today's Royal Sussex. Thank you all so much. Let me go back to okay, oh, you know what? There we go. So it is Thanksgiving weekend. Thank you all so much for being here. And well, officially it's Black Friday, a made up holiday, so that people can go out and shop and hopefully buy stuff for other people and not just for themselves. But again, thank you all. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you all for being here. And thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. Thank you for all of the generous contributions to Royal Sussex. And thank you all for the gifts that I received in the wish list. Greatly appreciated. Remember, at the top of the chat, there's a link to Lauren Brown's show from today. And Duchess of Success was on earlier. That was a great one. And oh my goodness, Claire Kane was here today. So anyway, please do support all of the Sussex friendly platforms. It is an embarrassment of riches that we have so many to choose from. So to make sure that we don't lose this, make sure you support them. And it's going to be a big week big week. Let me see. The 29th is a Tuesday. So on the 29th, our Duchess is going to be in Indianapolis. So we should have plenty to talk about for a couple days there. I'm looking forward to it. And I think some of you guys may actually go to Indianapolis. But whether you do or you don't, be prepared to support. Oh, really? Facts and 2 Cents is coming up? Great. Let me see here. Oh, Facts and 2 Cents is on. Is she? Yes, 3 minutes ago. Okay, you guys, let me put that there so you guys can get over to Facts and 2 Cents. I am going to listen while I make myself something to eat. Let me see. Pin message. Okay, there we go. Facts and 2 Cents. Did I do it? Yes, I did. Wait, hold on. Is it there? Yes. Nope, that's still Lauren. Let me see. I didn't think that worked. Let me try that again. Facts and 2 cents. Oh yeah, there it is. I just saw it. Oh. Yeah, okay, there it is. I think I got it. All right, very good. So I will see you guys over there. I probably won't comment, but I will listen while I make myself something to eat. Anyway, it was fun today, you guys. Love you a lot. Thank you very much. Also, the last word of the day is it is oh, Lauren Brown, thank you so much for being here. Last word of the day. Oh, did I get the air fryer? No, this is what's happening with the air fryer. My sister has one and she doesn't use it. So she told me that I'm welcome to have it anytime. So I just have to get there to get it. But yeah, and I don't like to waste things. So rather than generate more, waste, I will just buy one instead of getting a new one and the box and this and that. I'll just hold out for hers. So, yes, I do have an air fryer coming. I'm going to covet the one that my sister have because she doesn't like it. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because everybody's been telling me great things, and they're just like, "Well," she was like, "No, I don't like the way the food tastes." So I'm like, "Okay." I will take it from you. So I don't know when that's going to happen. It may be sometimes next month, but I do have an air fryer on the way. So thank you so much for asking. And plan to do a full report on the joy of having an air fryer. I promise. Oh, anyway, let me see. Oh, you know what? Pedal's got photos that I don't have. So you guys go ahead and get over there. Let me see. Thanksgiving, joining amazing people. Let me see. Prince Harry and Duchess delivered meals to people. I think that's recent. So yeah, you guys get over there because there was a story. Oh well, you guys go ahead and get over there so you guys can hear what she's saying. And I'm going to close it out here. Again, I thank you all so much. And yeah, and that's it. Okay, so last word of the day is from Cookies and Creams. Bye, family. Bye, Cookies and Creams. Thank you. And thank you to our official faves, our Queen of Hearts and our Queen of Everything. All right, and roll. Well, what am I rolling? You know what I'm rolling. Oh yes. Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure that Royal Rhoda sees that. Reach out and touch somebody black. and make sure the road sees that. Take a little time out your busy day to touch a Negro along the way. You can change things, you'll see. It happens so unnaturally. You can change things if you start touching. Why don't you reach out and touch somebody black? Why is y'all still here? I thought we were going. Pedo is talking about the president of what's his name on the back of the bus. Y'all got to get over there now. I'm fixing to go myself. So I will see y'all. I will see y'all over there. Okay. Bye. Good night, y'all. Thank you for being here. Love you. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex.